Hello, family. Welcome to Phase One Hawaii. My name is Coach Paul, and I'll be giving you a quick history on who we are and what we do. We are a sports performance training facility. We train athletes from the ages of 6 all the way to professional. We even work with adults who just want to get in shape in a functional strength training environment. We train any sport. We're not specific to just one sport. Our goal is to help athletes be the most athletic athletes that they are able to become. So we do speed work, we do agility work, and we do strength work. We also do football skills training in various positions, such as quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, defensive back, linebackers, O line, D line. So basically, every position you can think of, we can train in their skills as well. We also have now Hawaii Football League, which is our flag football league that we host 4 times in a year. Um, 9 years ago, we started at a park out in Kainoelani, and we had about 12 athletes come out. We do it on a Saturday at that park, and it was a good time. And then, we got asked to come out to the Waianae area because that's where I'm from, and we had a near 100 kids in a 4-day span every night. We did a free training, and it was a good time. And we ended up training over at the Boys and Girls Club there, and we were there for about a year. We had some good traction with some of the high schoolers and the young athletes in the area, and we started getting a little bit more attention, and people were reaching out and saying, if we can bring it out, closer to us, we'd be willing to come. So we transitioned and moved into a gym in Campbell Industrial Park area. We were there for about a year, and this is where we started to have an increase. Um, and then things happened. It was kind of that year curse where we had to make moves, and then we ended up at the paintball facility, where we were located there for about 4.5 years. And the way I see Phase One today and the way things move. Now we're located at American Renaissance Academy in Kapolei, and we've been there for near four years or so. And it's just been an amazing journey up to this point, and how things led. So the way I see it is this is much Phase One. Hawaii is much bigger than myself, any of our trainers that are involved, coaches and athletes. This is much bigger, and I think because of the journey I just shared and the purpose that we have is much different. Yes, we love training athletes. We love getting them faster, getting them stronger, and everything that they want as an athlete. But we are wholeheartedly believe that the mindset is also an important aspect. So we do mindset training as well. My wife Shan, she's a physical therapist, and she helped me put this program together for the mindset training. We also believe in the spiritual workout, where it's physical, mind, and spiritual. So when I say it's much bigger than us, there's a bigger purpose here in why we're still here today, 10 years later. I believe it's a God-given purpose, and the way we ended up going from one location to the next, it was all a God sent sign. So when one door closed, a bigger one kept opening, where we were at a park, and then we ended up, like I said, at the Boys and Girls Club. That was a open door open, where I knew the director at the time there. I became a board member of that club, and that person said, hey, just bring your organization here. You don't have to pay us. And we did end up donating money to the club from monies that we did make. But when another bigger door opened at Campbell Industrial Park, I mean, this gym was really plush and nice, and they needed help. We needed a place to train, and God opened doors. And then that door closed because, in a nutshell, the owners couldn't afford staying there anymore. So that's when I got positioned with the paintball folks, which was a God sent thing, because it was so last minute where we had to move and business was operating. Um, they were so gracious to let us be there, and it was a win-win where we helped them, they helped us, and we grew. I mean, I always believe, you put a koi fish in a bigger pond, you just get bigger, and that's kind of what happened for us being there. We had to look for ways to be transparent in being able to afford to be in a gym, because square footage in Hawaii is just a lot. So we found a way to do it outdoor and makeshift. We had the right people come into place to help us build out, say, the weight room and other things. And people really came, the right people came together. I believe, God sent angels that came and helped us through this process. It wasn't just me, it wasn't just another person. And, there were times where, money was up and down and it was rough. And, it was kind of a crossroad, like, do we continue this or do we close up shop and I continue on and looking for other business ventures? And, God said, no, this is what we're doing. And this is the platform, for us to work with the community, share the word, and keep it moving. And the more we stayed faithful to this process, the bigger it got. Through COVID times when, Tier 1 opened here in Hawaii and gyms were shutting down, businesses were shutting down, the rule was gyms can be open, but it had to be 100% outdoors. So while these box gyms couldn't figure that out because they were indoors, bigger commercial gyms were moving their gyms in parking garages where they could operate still, where we were already in motion. So it was amazing how, sports were shut down, parks weren't even open, but we were able to be open. And, we had a flux of athletes come through, even adults that came to train because they wanted to get active. And I believe this was a sign when, to keep moving forward, and we were thriving. Coming out of COVID, we ended up partnering with American Renaissance Academy in a nutshell. It was a perfect gel in partnership to grow. The bigger pond came, and we grew bigger. And who'd have thunk today we would have a full size 100-yard football field? And again, the right angels were sent, and my buddy reached out and said, I'm doing the demolition on this field, and we got all this turf, and you guys got the space. Do you want it? And again, God given. And here we are today with a 100-yard football field for training, much better training purposes, to run, better flag football leagues for the community, and anything else that we want to do. American Renaissance that does have a full size Olympic pool that we sometimes have access to for the athletes to train in as well. We have a weight room. That's indoor, outdoor, so we get good airflow and, just a whole lot of space. We have about 10 squat racks and a whole bunch of dumbbells and weights where, we won't have a problem facilitating, and it's just growing bigger and bigger. So we are really excited, for where we're headed. And, again, I can't be humble enough to say that, it's not about me. It's not about anybody's. A bigger purpose, for us here in phase one. And where some gyms just preach, getting athletes right, or this and that. Like, I hold heartily believe that the reason why we're here is for a greater purpose. So, like I always, my favorite verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And we stay faithful to this, and we stay faithful to the word, and we stay faithful to His plan. And the more we do that, the more we get to be blessed with new athletes coming through. We meet great people, and it's not, again, only about the physical aspect, but the mental aspect and the spiritual aspect. Where young teenagers today go through a lot, with social media, the bullying and peer pressure and all these things. We do Athletes in Christ here at Phase One, where we got, more than a dozen kids, that were able to get baptized. And, because we have American Renaissance's pool, they're gracious enough to, when we have these events happen, through Athletes in Christ, we can help guide kids, in the right direction. So we don't push kids towards a religion or Christianity or anything like that, but, just sharing the word to make sure they have a safe place, where they can feel like they can talk talk it out, where they may not be comfortable talking it out at home or whatnot. So with that said, though, again, amazing journey. We went from training, young athletes to training NFL guys, some professional swimmers, and all these other MMA fighters who went professional, or boxing who went to the Junior Olympics and are now professional fighters. And it's just amazing. Rather if we still work with them today or not, it's just been an amazing journey for the past 10 years, and we're just really blessed to see where the next 10 years will lead us. And we just want to say thank you, Hawaii. And we also get a lot of people who visit from out of town that come see us, and they find us on social media or on Google, and they train with us. And it's just amazing where we get to meet a whole lot of diverse people. And I wholeheartedly believe that it's never by accident, always on purpose. There's always a God-given purpose on how we come together, whether if it's for a long time or a short time. So with that said, guys, you guys remain blessed, and we hope to see you guys at Phase One soon, whether if we're just talking it up or athletes that come to our Athletes in Christ meetings. You don't have to train with us to be able to participate in that. And for those of you who end up joining our football league, I mean, our whole thing is just to create a positive environment for the kids and the families. So with that said, you guys take care. God bless. Peace.